This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so the former world heavyweight champion and current mayor of Kiev in Ukraine, Vitali Klitschko, along with his brother, the former unified world heavyweight champion Wladimir Klitschko, both gave their thoughts to Aleksandr Usyk leaving Ukraine and its war effort against Russia to go into training camp to go fight Anthony Joshua in the rematch. So we start off with the mayor of Kiev, Vitali Klitschko, and this is what he had to say. A very important message could be carried through an event like this. I actually have plans to speak to Usyk to give him advice, to have some special messages he can put out there. So that is Vitali Klitschko's statement. His brother Wladimir had this to say. To have the Ukrainian flag raised, our anthem played, and one of our ambassadors out there in the world with the right mindset could be more positive than negative. So that is Wladimir Klitschko's statement too. So clearly they're both in support of Usyk leaving Ukraine to go fight Anthony Joshua in the rematch. Now, whatever decision Usyk made, he was going to get some criticism from certain people. Some people say, well, you've got the option to go help your country in the sense of you could leave the war effort, go fight Anthony Joshua, big build-up, get your messages out there, carry the flag, give the country a bit of a morale boost, something to look forward to, and you decide to stay behind. Well, what is it exactly that you're doing in Ukraine? Because you're not going to be out there on the front line, running across battlefields and in and out the trenches with machine guns fighting the Russians. You ain't going to be doing that because you're military trained. So what exactly is your role? You'd have been better served to go fight Anthony Joshua on a huge platform. Switch it. He makes a decision to leave Ukraine and people will go, traitor. Since when's a boxing match been more important than defending your country? Blah, 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 blah. And this is just how some people are going to feel about it. But the truth is, as I kind of said before, what is it exactly that he was doing in Ukraine? Now, we know Vasyl Lomachenko, he had the same opportunity to go fight George Kambosos Jr. in Australia. So he could have left the war effort as well, but he decided to stay behind and help in the war effort against Russia. Now, quite what Vasyl Lomachenko's role is, again, I'm just hearing bits, I don't know for a fact, that he's out there on passport control on the border of Poland. So he's not really in the thick of it, but again, we wouldn't expect him to be. Again, he's not military trained, is he? So what was Aleksandr Usyk's role? Maybe he was just tied up in a bunker, not doing much. So with him leaving Ukraine and giving the country a bit of a morale boost, that's great, that's fantastic, isn't it? But at the same time, what if he loses? What kind of mindset is that going to set for the Ukrainian people? They're going to be deflated. They're going to feel defeated. Because obviously the whole thought process is him going out there, defending the unified world heavyweight titles against Anthony Joshua in the rematch, then having the flag raised at the end of the fight. It's all very well and good having on the ring entrance, having national anthem, and that's all fantastic, of course. But the idea for them is for Usyk to win. But what if he don't? It's a catch-22 for him in some ways. But either way, people are going to have a mixed bag of feelings about it. Should he have left Ukraine? Should he not have left Ukraine? Ultimately, we're not in his position, okay? We, and most people listening to this particular video, we're not in or at least currently we're not in a war-ridden country, are we? We don't have missiles flying over our heads. We don't have bombers flying over and mines going off and people run through the streets with machine guns. We don't have all of that, thankfully. We don't have all that. So what would we do in that particular situation? Because at the end of the day, while Usyk, yes, of course, he is going to go out there. He is going to give them something to look forward to. And again, win, lose or draw, he's going to earn a whole heap of money. Maybe he can use that purse to help out Ukraine. Use it to, I don't know, do whatever. Provide medical aid or medicines and, I don't know, ammunition, whatever. Okay, they could always do something with that kind of money because he's going to get paid quite a good chunk of money, you would have thought. So maybe that's the mindset, or maybe it's not. Maybe he's going to pocket all that money. We don't know. Okay, but I imagine he's probably going to give at least a chunk of that purse to some kind of charity in Ukraine, give it to the government, however. Okay, but I understand the thought process. The thought process is giving them something to look forward to. And as Vitali said there, he can put out messages at the press conferences. While he's training, he can put out some kind of messages. Now, the messages will be quite simple, as Vladimir has been doing ever since the war started. Help us. Help us. Send us medical supplies. Send us artillery. Send us this, that, and the other. Support us. And I imagine that's pretty much going to be the message from Aleksandr Usyk. But anyway, people are going to have a different thought process as to how or what Aleksandr Usyk should or shouldn't have done. But it is very difficult when we're not in that position, are we? But anyway, he's got the backing of the Klitschko brothers, and more importantly, the mayor of Kiev in Vitali Klitschko. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.